cute today.
Oh, so cute.
Oh,
So kawaii.
oh, no, you really didn't look at me.
Yana, already. Oh, so kawaii.
Oh my God, Otaku, we are no more.
Oh, don't leave me.
What the hell? Oh, it's not fair. I need to know what is otaku. Otaku is a Japanese term used to refer to people with obsessed interest, particularly into anime, manga, or video games. Otaku is derived from a Japanese term for another house or family, otaku, which is also used as an honorific second-person pronoun. The modern slang form, which is distinguished from the older usage by being written only in hiragana or katakana, appeared in the 1980s in the anime Macross, first aired in 1982. The term was used by Lin Mei as an honorific term. It appears to have been coined by the humorist and essayist Akio Nakamori in his 1983 series An Investigation of Otaku, Otaku no Kenkyu, printed in the local magazine Manga Briko. In the Chinese language nowadays, the term otaku is becoming less used. Normally, in countries outside of Japan, the romanization of otaku is used more to describe people who are more obsessed into virtual or unrealistic figures or characters. In Taiwan, Hong Kong, and China, there have been many discussions and many modifications on the meaning of the term otaku on the internet. The term house is now more commonly used as slang for the term otaku. Common examples of manipulations of house are like house person, house boy, and or house girl, house article. When the economy is thriving, the term house economy may be used to describe the newest and latest marketing target, but house person is a not faithful rendition of the term otaku. In Taiwan, through the misuse of the media, the term otaku has now been bombarded and misunderstood as a characteristic of people who do not go out often or people who surf the internet regularly, do not dress themselves well, or people who communicate in a later manner, or people who lack attraction towards the opposite sex, and many more. Any one of the mentioned characteristics would be defined by society as a house person, but in reality, house person does not mean otaku.
Although my girlfriend left me, but I think I need to explain myself. In 2004, a sensational Japanese internet story, Densha Otoko, modeled the stereotype of otaku as people who do not care about their appearance, are afraid to communicate with women, and people who are more skilled at computing, and people who expertise in figures of models. As the story was brought to screen, movies, and comics throughout the world, Densha Otoko became the common stereotype of otaku or house person. Japan is famous for the production of cars and electrical goods. Okay, so now we'll show you what an otaku's room looks like. Okay, so now we've seen what an otaku's room looks like. Now I'm going to explain what otaku means. Japan is famous for the production of cars and electrical goods, but now Japan has a nearer world-famous production of otaku culture. Otaku has now become a well-recognized subculture, making Japanese culture influential in many layers of everyday living, such as anime, movies, comics, and even Japanese food. Otaku originally in 1980s was used to criticize one which was overweight and pale skin and underdressed, not cleanly shaved, wears thick glasses, untidy hair, and like to murmur to him or herself, uses abnormal vocabulary, lack of exercise, and lack of confirmation to fashion trends. And especially people who are obsessed into games and anime, and people who talk to anime figurines and robot models. A classic example of an otaku bedroom would be full of posters of anime girls, robots, and filled with comics, collectibles, toys, and models. In the magazine Financial Times, it addresses that otaku is now becoming a way of joy into house living, a new way of representing oneself and attitude. Through worldwide discussions on this topic otaku, it reveals the desire of modern people of wanting to be themselves. In Japan, the word otaku is taboo. Japanese people who are thought or described as otaku-like would be seen as equal to a secret society or devil worshipper. Japanese people cannot tolerate being different to other people, although it doesn't necessarily influence themselves much. But the real otaku, on the other hand, has completely different worths and values compared to the public mass. Normal Japanese people do not understand why otaku are so obsessed and passionate about childhood interests and are unwilling to do so. That is why Japanese people see otaku, or people who are defined as otaku-like, as heterogeneous.
Oh, honey, I think I finally understand you. Oh, I think the difference in being otaku or not depends I think the difference in being otaku or not depends on one's style of living, not the value or not the attitude you put on a person. If you think you belong to an otaku, then you are an otaku. One does not need the approval and the discrimination of another to be seen as otaku. I conclude by addressing that if society today would recognize and show respect to characteristics of otaku, then the society would be great. Thank you for your listening.
What are you guys here for? Say nothing. Okay. Thank you.